Welcome to the John McAllister Report, where John McAllister, top football evaluator, interviews college and high school coaches and athletes from around the country. Sit back and enjoy today's podcast.
I'm John McAllister with Around the State, and it's a part of the John McAllister Report. Today, my guest is a quarterback from Bellefontaine High School, Tavien St. Clair. He's in the class of 2025. He's an excellent athlete, 6'3", 190 pounds, can run, baseball pitcher, former basketball player, and really a good athlete. Football is his favorite sport. And I think as he continues to get stronger, he will be one of the top, definitely 5 quarterbacks in the class, and a little bit higher than he's going to be pretty high in that top 5 for John McAllister, the McAllister Scouting Report. Articulate, smart, great leader, and a very, very good athlete and quarterback. So sit back and enjoy my video podcast with Bellefontaine quarterback 2025 class, Tavien St. Clair. Tavien St. Clair, thank you for taking the time on a Sunday afternoon, a warm Sunday afternoon, to talk football. How have you been?
Been very good. How have you been?
Good. How's the summer treated you so far?
It's been fun. I've had a lot of traveling for sure. I mean, gone to football camps, and I played travel baseball as well. So been busy every weekend for sure.
That's good and bad. You need time to kick down a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about football. Let's talk about baseball first. You're on a traveling team. That's the first time I saw you. You were playing down in North Union.
North Union, yeah.
You pitched pretty well that game.
Yeah.
Then you got a hit late in the game, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, how's baseball treating you?
I mean, it's fun. It's definitely a sport where you can kind of chill and relax. It's not as really, you don't have to be into it as much as a quarterback is involved in the game. I mean, baseball is a lot slower moving as well, so you don't really get as much action. But baseball is just fun to play. I mean, it's fun to play with guys where
you're pretty good at it.
Yeah, for sure.
In fact, I mean, I know it's something to do and fun and stuff, but you also have some college coaches watching you, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's talk basketball. How's basketball going?
So I played in middle school, but I don't play anymore. But
okay.
I mean, it's a fun sport, I guess I could say.
You focus on baseball and football.
Yes, sir.
Sure. 2 sports. You think that's good to play 2 sports, or should you focus on one?
I think 2 sports is the way to go. I think not doing 3 is kind of a lot. I mean, you don't really have time to lift as much. So having 2 sports where you can play 2 seasons, and then 1 season where you can lift is really beneficial for sure.
That's really good. I agree with you, and it helps you. And baseball is a lot different than football, and different kind of muscles you use and things like that.
Yes, sir.
And, okay, let's talk football now, which I think your favorite sport, football right now. You're a quarterback, 6'3", really? I saw that. Are you that tall?
Or yeah, I am. I might even be taller, but we're going to say 6'3".
Okay, how much you weigh?
I'm weighing at about 192 pounds right now.
Somebody put that down. I didn't know if that's really good, by the way.
Yeah.
And then you're finding time to lift and get stronger in the sometime, right?
Yes, sir.
I know that's really good. Okay, let's football, and you're quarterback, and I've watched you play, and it's your favorite sport. Why football?
I think it's just because football takes a lot more than baseball, especially as a quarterback. I mean, you can be involved in every single play of the game, and depending on how you play is pretty much depends on how the game's going to go. I mean, if you're not on your best game, then your team's going to struggle.
That's pretty good. So you better be on your best game as much as you can, right?
Yes, sir.
You throw an interception. When you come back, do you have your tail between your legs, or are you upset?
It
Or are you just saying, I'll get it the next time?
Yeah, that's the first thing. I mean, it's always, I shouldn't have, made that decision. That was a bad decision. But then it's like, I'm gonna go out there the next time and make up for it.
That's good. It's really good. And your team's counting on you. Let's get away from football just a second. Okay, what about anybody been an influence on you as far as kicking your behind? I like to say, or patting you on the back, or being there for you when things are bad or good. Anybody like that so far? It's pushed you to be where you are.
Definitely my parents to start. I mean, they always let me know, if my performance is good or bad. As soon as I get in the car, I mean, I hear it from them first. But then my coaches as well. They always, want me to be the best person I can be, best player I can be. So they're always pushing me to be the best for sure. And it just helps to have someone like that.
Okay, not too much, I guess, but what do you hope your teammates say about you behind your back?
That I'm a great leader, that I push them to be their best, and they have a full amount of confidence in me to, help them win or take them to reach their goals that they want to reach.
Okay, that's really good. If you could, my first silly question, if you could change places or hang out with anybody for one whole day from 6 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock at 10 o'clock at night, who would it be? Who would it be?
I would probably say Tom Brady. It would be my one to hang out with. I just think I could learn a lot from him, and it'd be a good way to kind of hang out with someone that's one of the greatest to ever do it, and just kind of see what their day is like, how their life is, out in public or anything like that.
So you wouldn't want any of his money, probably, huh?
No, not really. Unless he wanted to give me some, I would take it.
You might like to make that someday, right?
Yes, sir.
And by the way, I talked to your dad. Your dad's a good booster, okay, of you. He didn't seem too out of touch, and some guys are. He didn't seem too out of touch with expectations. You can tell, he'll see this, but he's pretty good. I've been around a few dads that aren't. Okay, let's talk about academics in school real quickly. How are you doing there? How are you doing in school?
I do well in school. I take college credit classes right now, so that I can, eventually when I get to college, I won't have to take as many, and I already have them out of the way. So school definitely comes first.
That's smart. Taking college prep or college courses if you can.
Yes, sir.
Not necessarily college prep. Okay, that's really good. What are words that you live by, Tavien? I don't know if you understand what I mean, but like leave it on the field is one of mine. For whatever I do, find a way to make it work, make this video podcast system work. What are words that you live by? Any locker room slogans or anything like that?
I think it's put others before yourselves, kind of. I'm not really sure like what a statement could be for that, but make sure that everybody around you is, happy before you start caring about yourself. Really make sure that you're providing the best, situation and the best opportunities for people around you.
Team.
Yes, sir.
As the late Bo Schembechler said, team first. That's really good. And anything you do, I think that's good. Okay, let's talk about your position. Let's talk about quarterback position. Why quarterback?
Like I said,
you kind of alluded to it earlier, but why quarterback?
Like I said earlier, I mean, if it really relies around you, if you don't have good energy and if you don't bring, your best game, the team kind of reflects that, I think. So it really helps being a quarterback to be on your best at all times to provide the best chance for your team to win. And, everybody looks at the quarterback. I mean, he's the first one to catch the snap. He distributes the ball. So
when I was a head coach in football, my quarterback always went just one way. And I used to tell him, now there are only two people in here that are going to get booed if things don't go well. It's me and you, quarterback. I said, if things don't go well, it'll be you and me. So we got to hang together. But
yes, sir.
There's a little truth to that, by the way. Okay, what are your strengths as a quarterback?
I think first off is just the fact that I try and lead for sure as the number one. But after that, I feel like my arm is pretty strong. I can make some good throws. I show off a little bit of athleticism every once in a while. But throwing is definitely the number one thing that really, I mean, the coaches like at my school and the recruiters liked as well.
Okay, what about your weakness? What do you have to work on?
I think right now for me, it's seeing the whole field, like being able to go through all of the progressions, not just a few. It takes time from the line, of course. I mean, you can't go through all your progressions if you don't have as much time. But with my line, I feel like we'll be fully, comfortable back there behind my lineman this year. So that's one thing I'm going to work on for sure.
I think, what else?
I also think mobility. Last year, as a freshman, I didn't think I really showed it off much. So I think this year will definitely be like running, getting out of the pocket, stuff like that.
Okay. Now it's my turn. I think your strengths right now, I think you see the field, you know where everybody is. You may not have time, but one of my questions that I always answer, I think you can throw on the run and you can complete passes. And I think you can scramble out of trouble and can complete passes. Pressure throws you can do, and also your athleticism, obviously. Now, you're still going to have to get a lot stronger, okay? Yes, chest core stronger and back stronger because, you're a baseball pitcher. You've probably studied it. Baseball pitchers don't have a lot of super strength up in here, or they shouldn't, because that's going to make them tighter. And at least that's what I think and have heard.
Yeah.
Now down here you want, but up in there you don't want that because it makes you tighter, and you don't want to. I've seen you pitch, and I know you throw a very good fastball, and I think you manage the game well. I think I'd like to have you do is, if I'm coaching you, is when you step, I think you got to go harder. I think you complete passes, but when you step on that initial little jab and then bring your hand through to your left pocket, you got to bring your hand. You kind of lob it sometimes, like soft. You got to learn to step up and crank it, and you will. But if not, I'll give you crap every time I see you about it.
All right.
But no, I'll see you play too. I'm pretty sure I'll see you this fall. Bell Fountain, I drive through there a lot, and I've told you, 2 McDonald's on each end of the town, and that is a long town, man. Long.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, okay, that's why I really think I love your potential. Everybody's told you that probably, and I know some college coaches have told you that McAllister loves your potential. They haven't. They know. Okay, let's talk about the second crazy, silly question. What's one thing, this is a hard one. What's one thing that nobody knows about you?
What's
one thing?
One thing I'd say is I'm probably not like many other teenagers out there, but I don't play video games all that much. Not a lot of people know that, but that's really one thing that not a lot of people know about me is I don't play many video games.
Okay, you're probably throwing someplace.
Yeah, out in the street, in the backyard, stuff like that.
Well, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's see. Boy, I'm not done yet. Time goes fast. Quarterback, freshman quarterback, or one right behind you, or you're only going to be a sophomore. Just tell an eighth grader or a freshman, what do you tell them when they want to quit playing? Practice is going bad. What do you tell them?
I always say, just stick it out. Just give it a try. I mean, right now we're in that kind of stage where we're running constantly. It's hot out. Coaches are really trying to harp on players to learn everything they can before the season. So I tell them, we're not really in the fun part of the season right now. You got to wait it out. You'll have your opportunities to play. You just got to wait it out because right now is kind of the hard time where it's not very fun, But once you get past that stage, then it becomes a fun part of the football.
And if you win, it really becomes fun.
Yes,
well, you guys had a pretty good team last year, didn't you? Good season last year, I think. Did you get beat in the playoffs?
Yeah, second round of the playoffs, we got beat.
So you had a pretty good season if you made the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here's my last silly question. What talent would you like to have that you don't have and you'll never be able to get?
I think being able to do like flips. I think back flips or something like that would be very cool. Like when people ask a special talent that you have, like being able to do something like that, it kind of catches their eye would be super cool to do. But there's no way I'll be able to do that right now.
So if you run 90 yards for a touchdown this year, okay, you're not going to do a flip into the end zone?
No, not at all.
I know your coach a little bit. I don't know if he'd dig it. He'd be liking that or not.
You probably wouldn't see me on the field anymore if I did something like that.
Oh, that's good. You have a good head football coach down there.
Yes,
he's
sir.
a little too serious sometimes, but he's good. He's
yes,
good.
Sir.
Okay, we're about finished here. You talked about energy early, and all different kinds. And I still have energy. I'm bragging, but I'm 74. I still have energy. What kind of energy do you bring to your football team? You kind of mentioned it earlier, but tell me.
I think the competitive energy is one of the main things that I bring. I want to win, so that's really something that they feel in the pregame in the locker room. Like I'm trying to get them fired up. I feel like just comfortable energy as well. I don't really know how to explain it, but like they can just act themselves around me. They don't have to put on another set of a mask on to on how they act around me because I'm like so serious. Like I really want them to be comfortable around me and be able to talk to me about anything. So
okay, that's good. Tell me, what quality do you have? Not sports. What quality do you have that I drive down to Bell Fountain, which is probably about 44 minutes away from me? What quality would I want to see in you that you have?
I think the type of person I am is, I really put my family first. So I want to, you'll see me out talking to people, meeting new people constantly out in public. And I just feel like, if that's something that a coach likes to see, that, I can talk to anybody and not just, the people that I'm comfortable around, then that kind of shows the kind of person I am.
Okay. 2 questions yet. In short, how's recruiting going so far? Just I don't spend much time on it.
It's an awesome opportunity, especially at this young of an age. It's just it's unbelievable, to be honest. It came fast, and I've always dreamed of being a Division I recruit, but the fact that it's happening right here, right now, is something that's I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. And it's so special to be a part of with my family and friends and coaches. And, it's just we're very grateful for the opportunities that we've been given.
Well, that's really good. That's super. Okay, I want to make sure I've covered everything because I've really enjoyed this interview. Okay. Good. I will look forward to seeing you this fall. I don't know what my schedule, I have an idea early, but I look forward to seeing you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate you. We got together finally on a Sunday.
Yes,
but
we
I
did.
really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Okay.
Yes, sir. Anytime. Thank you.